So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sharon Whiteman, and it's my great pleasure and privilege to be here with James and Naomi this weekend. And obviously my colleagues Dana Hunter and Gary Knapp. There's a bit of an echo there, James. Dinah and Gary and I.
Me, sorry.
That's okay. We love being here each and every week with you. It really inspires us, and we hope and we get lots of feedback that it inspires others as well to bring these people who give their time so generously to inspire and train us and keep us in the loop of the best practice globally for our great profession. Now, James, a little bit about James. He likes to say he's the story that no teacher wants to tell their students about. He went from getting the lowest grade in his high school year to becoming a national sales manager of a small public company. His passion for understanding the sales process and what makes a person say yes to buying a product fueled his success because he could never understand why people would say no. If they did, he knew he had made a mistake and mistakes could be fixed. He said no to building a Manatech business 3 times, but then one day his mentor, Rod Gilchrist, helped him see what was possible. Although James wasn't an overnight success, he was able to build a large international business starting over 21 years ago. His passion for Manatech is more today than it's ever been, and his dream is to help all Manatechers achieve their dream, and that's what today is all about. Now, Naomi, she started building her business with Manatech 8 years ago. Her background was in teaching, and she's also had a traditional retail business. Naomi is a mom to 3 beautiful, well, they're more than teenage children now, who are a big reason why she's building this business. Naomi went from struggling to make ends meet and going further into debt to an international business and traveling the world. The products have changed her life as well. One of her favorite things to do is travel to new destinations and experience the cultures there. Naomi is a multi-award winner, one of Manatech Australia's top business success coaches, and she's well known for her marketing prowess, which is what today is all about. So I'm going to go off camera, but I'll be here. So just call on me if you need anything. I've made you both co-hosts. You can, whatever you want. You've got freedom.
You're awesome, Sharon. We love being here. We love the Manatech community. We love doing what we do. And I do apologize for my attire. I feel like I'm apologizing every time I come on this webinar because I'm always looking like this sweaty, grotty individual, but I'm a martial artist. I love martial arts. I have a passion for it, and Manatech has allowed me to chase that passion, and I'm either in Sydney training on a Saturday morning when I'm on this call, or I'm here in my own dojang, and I'll just give you a quick look. This is my own martial arts studio, training my students. So I've just had like 15 kids in here and a bunch of adults before that, and it was at 5:30 this morning I started, so it's an early morning. So I do apologize looking like this, especially when I come on and, you know, all of the ladies look so amazing. You know, Gary, you need help, but the rest of the ladies look so. I'm joking, Gary. I couldn't resist, buddy. Yeah, it's just lovely to be here. Today, you know, we're going to be talking about the 7 E's of marketing as put together by my cohort in crime, Naomi. I'm going to introduce this lady. She is the co-founder of RiseSocialMedia.com that launches today. If you stay until the end, we're going to give you a very special gift, a very special surprise that you're going to want to know about it to help you learn how to market and sell online. Naomi put together the 7 E's of marketing, and we introduced it a few weeks back and to a bunch of people, about 300 to 400 people who made a decision that they wanted to learn how to market and sell online. They incorporated that into their marketing, and they went, I finally get it. I finally understand. And so we put it together as a presentation. We look forward to you listening and taking lots of notes. And I recommend that you have a notepad and pen handy. We are going to cover things at lightning speed, but you will understand it. You will love it. You will have a great aha moment. We put it together in a way that it makes total sense. We put it together in a way that when you listen, you go, oh, that's how I do it. It gives you clarity, and it removes that sense of overwhelm. So I'm really looking forward to you getting that. So Naomi, you have the control of the presentation.
Thank you, James. So just to give you a little bit of background, I mean, you've heard the Manatech story, but in terms of learning social media, when I got started a bit under 10 years ago, or no, sorry, 9 years ago, I was a stay-at-home mum, but I was also looking for a way to use social media because I was in a new town, didn't know many people, and I just saw the potential of social media. And but you know, it's difficult. If anyone's ever gone to post something on social media, try to learn new skills. Just put your hand up if it's like a little bit overwhelming in what to do and it's a little bit confusing. Just let me know there. And it can be really confusing, and that's sort of where I was. But I sort of pushed through, did courses, and James obviously had been doing it a long time before me, and so I was able to guide in many ways. And then we kind of built something together. But through a lot of trial and error, and I'm talking about a lot of mistakes. That's okay. It doesn't matter because that's actually how you learn. So many people are I'm scared of making mistakes, but that's actually how you learn. So remember that. It's okay to make some mistakes. Your audience are fine. They'll keep following you if you start to use these principles, though. You'll find you'll start to get a lot more interaction. And, these are sort of the principles based on that 9 years for me and 20 years of online marketing for James, that we kind of worked out there's 7 E's of marketing, just to help you be a little bit clearer on posting on Facebook. So, James, did you want to say anything there, or we just jump straight into it?
You nailed it. Let's get into this thing.
All right, let's go into it. So the first thing to understand is the Facebook algorithm. And you've probably heard about the Facebook algorithm. And let me just tell you a little bit about it now. We don't have to worry. It's quite a complex formula that they worked out at Facebook. Nobody really understands it. Nobody. And they like that. They like keeping you on your edge there. But it does affect your business and how you post on Facebook. So remember that it does affect it. And so what we're helping you do is kind of beat that Facebook algorithm and get the most interaction. So these are the biggest factors in determining the algorithm. And what that means is your post going to show up in your friends, or if you've got a page, in your audience's feed? So Facebook determines this by who posted the post and what interests they have to the user. So if you're an interesting person either to your friends or to your followers on Facebook, you post interesting things, they want to follow you, then Facebook takes note of all of that. Even if they've never liked your post, if they're checking you out, Facebook takes note of that. So remember that. When it was posted, so the right timing for your post, what content is posted is another big thing. What content are you posting? And Facebook will actually, it will affect the algorithm if you're posting too much spammy kind of things and using words that Facebook deemed as spam. So, that's why we got to be really careful around that content. And then, of course, it's engagement with the post. So if you can get, the more engagement that you can get on the post, the better. You're going to get more interaction on your posts. Even if you get interaction on one post, it's going to carry over to another post. And that's why we're helping you with the 7 E's of marketing. It's not all about my product, my business, my business. It's about creating engagement so that when you do post something around your product or your business, that you've been getting lots of engagement.
Now, we are going to, inside of our group this week, by the way, this is a free group. There's no charge to our group called Rise Social Media. We're going to be showing you how to actually manipulate the Facebook algorithm. Now, when I say manipulate, not in a negative way, but actually in a positive way, and it's all about interaction by what Naomi just said on that last post. We've been testing something over this last week. It's been very exciting to see. So on our Thursday webinar, we're going to show you, our Thursday broadcast, we're going to show you a little bit about manipulating the algorithm, or actually working with, is probably a better way of saying it, with the way that that algorithm works from our own research.
Okay, so let's have a look about what Facebook prioritize in terms of active engagement. So you've got the engagement where people are checking you out. Believe me, people are checking you out. They may have never liked anything, commented. I have this all the time. People say, I've been following you for 3 years. And I'm like, you never liked or commented. They're checking you out. But these are the important things that you want to be getting more engagement on your post. So comments and replies, they're really important. So here, let me give you a real big tip here. So when someone comments, make a biggest effort to reply to that comment, even if it's just one comment. Some people go, oh, it's just one comment I got on that, or one comment I got. Doesn't matter. Reply to that comment, because that shows that there's a relationship there. There's a connection to Facebook, and Facebook likes that. So they're going to keep showing your content to that person. A big thing, again, is shares. So, you know, this is a massive thing. So if you've done, your content is something that people have liked so much that they begin to share it, it works really well for the algorithms. But not only that, it gets your content out to more people. So it gets shared to all of their friends. And yeah, that's such a good thing. Reactions, of course, are great. So getting those love hearts, those wows, all of those sorts of things. And then obviously likes. So likes sort of are probably the lowest one, but you know, it still all works to show that people are engaging with your content, and that's so, so important. So one of the things, and you hear this a lot, is if content is king. But I want to tell you, if content is king, marketing with consistency is queen. Okay, so sometimes you think, oh, I'm not getting any traction. Nothing is happening. Oh, I'll just give up. I couldn't be bothered. Let me tell you that marketing is something that happens over time, and the more consistent that you are, the better the results that you have. So it's not going to be a quick, you know, it all happens within a week or 2 weeks and everything's going and, you know, everyone's responding. This is about just being really, really consistent with your marketing. And so these are some of the questions that we often get. What to post. So we're helping you with the 7 E's. We'll go into more detail. Now, again, James mentioned the Rise Social Media group. So what we've actually done in there is a 7-day challenge, what to post challenge. Now, it was completed, but you can still go in there, have a look in the topics, and you can do it yourself at your own pace as well. We do have regular challenges in there. So we've got one coming up very soon. So that will help you with your personal profile. But we do have lots of challenges. So take this information you learned today, but get into the group so that you can actually follow along with the different challenges, because we give lots of advice and tips around that.
There is something, our passion, we want you guys to understand, there is a saying or a quote, a proverb, quote, not a proverb, but a quote says, you know, all ships rise on a rising tide, or something along like that. You know, on the rising tide, all ships rise. And we're all the same. It might be different ships, different businesses around the world. Doesn't matter what business it is for you. We want you to win. And we're going to show you on the next challenge what to do to actually position yourself as a person to follow. It's all about your profile. You're going to love it, and it's going to be one of the biggest strategies that you can do with your online marketing. So make sure you're in that. To get to the group is simple. It's facebook.com/groups/rise social media.
And I just saw a little comment from Leanne there that she did the challenge and learnt heaps. So well done, Leanne. That's got heaps more traffic. Got heaps more traffic, which is awesome. That's exactly what we're wanting, and that's how these 7 E's work. So the other question we get is, how often should you post? Now, this is, it's a hard one because it really depends on your audience and the following that you have. So we recommend about once a day. Obviously if you have a day or two in between, but no less than say 4 to 5 times a week. So, but once a day, it just makes it really easy. Okay, I've got to do 1 post a day. That's easy. And then go up no more than about 3. Now, remember, that's not 3 straight after each other. It might be 1 in the morning, 1 in the middle of the day, 1 at night. And that's only if you're still getting lots of interaction. So, always gauge your interaction on that. But generally, different people are going to see the posts at those different times a day. So when should you post? Now, this is another thing. This is another thing that you always are looking at your audience and seeing when they're online. So mums obviously are not online between that kind of crazy hour of like 4:30 to 6:30, whatever, to 7, probably when the kids are in bed. I'd say 8. I've actually found, and this is a big tip, if you post earlier in the morning, there's actually less traffic, less posts out there. So a big tip, don't flash, but a big tip is try those earlier morning, or this is another thing I've been doing on my page, is later at night, okay? So that 9:30, again, that's been working really, really well. So it's all a matter of, let me see, and if you've got a page, obviously you can see your insights, but if you're just on your profile, you just take note when you're seeing more people. Lunchtime is generally a time people come on. And then where to post. I'm going to take you through some different places on Facebook about where to post. Now, the overall thing here is, we're going to give you the 7 E's, but it always comes back to your personal branding, who your target market is. So remember that. Nobody's ever going to be the same. This is just like a little bit of a guideline to help you. And then you're going to put your own personal touch on it, which is the beautiful thing about this. It's all about who you are and who your target audience is. So we're all going to be a little bit different. And remember that. I love Leanne, that you're getting that more people following you and connecting and engagement. That's beautiful. So, Leanne's different to other people, but she can still target her own market and build her own brand around that. So let's have a look at the different places to post on Facebook. So the Facebook profile. Now, this is really important, guys. You must be using your Facebook profile. People will check you out. Even if you've got a business page, even if you're talking to people offline, they're checking you out online. How many people have you checked out on their profile just to have a little sneaky, a picky beak at what they're doing? So it's about positioning yourself, and that will be our next challenge to help you get your profile looking really nice, because you've only got a few seconds as they come to your profile. Get that looking really nice. Then you've got your business page. Now, do you need a business page? You don't actually need a business page. You can do so much on your personal profile, but there are some things on a business page that you definitely can do and use. There's lots of, we can do Facebook Messenger bots, which, we do in our training. There's also ads that you can do. Now, if you're wanting to grow your business, a lot of people are telling you to do pages. What they don't tell you is you actually need to have a bit of money to invest into building a page. It just is you know, with the way Facebook algorithms work, pages are pretty low. So you do need to think about investing in a page. And that's why we're really trying to help you working your Facebook profile, your stories, your pages,
your groups,
and then also
your events.
now we go into the group. So if you're working these areas, and it doesn't need to take a lot of time, guys. This can be done in just a short amount of time a day. Like you can even have things set up in your groups, scheduled posts and things. So in Facebook groups, I highly recommend Facebook groups. I can't tell you how important they've been in growing our business. And to the team, you know, and just another way to kind of drip feed. So if people, you know, they want to see your products, they go in the groups. I've had people 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years later come be in the group and then go, okay, I'm ready to go to use the products now. So they're really, really powerful. Facebook events are also really powerful. So been using a lot of those. We'll get a training up on that. And something that's really massive, Mark Zuckerberg says, Facebook stories are the future. We did a Facebook story challenge, just finished last week. But, you know, there's lots of, that is such an important part on Facebook. And if Mark Z says, that's the way of the future, you do want to pay attention because they are an important part, and it's also another way that you can keep in front of people, which is really the key here.
Let's just, Naomi, do you mind if I just say one quick thing on pages? So you've probably seen Naomi and I, we have pages, and Naomi's pages are in the tens of thousands. My personal page is around 6,000 followers or more, something like that. The thing to understand, we have spent a lot, as Naomi said, on marketing and advertising, and I mean a lot. However, the thing, guess where we get most of the people that we speak to for our business? It's through our profile. Every client, every business partner that I've ever spoken to that may have contacted me through my page said, I checked out your profile. All right, so your profile is everything. But guess what built the rapport? What built the belief in who we are? It's our groups, okay? So our page tells a little bit about us. They say, oh, I want to connect with them. Then they get into our groups. Our groups sell them on who we are. They get to know, like, and trust us, and then they become a client.
What we might do is leave questions to the end just so it doesn't get so broken. So if you wanted, hopefully you've got a question and answer panel. That's the best place to put those. It's easier to find them than in the chat section. So if you could put your questions in the Q&A section, and we will definitely get back to those at the end. Now, a big thing about this is, and this is something that James is going to talk to you a little bit later, is actually making sure that your story and everything that you say is clear. And so we're going to talk about that at the end to help you get that a little bit clearer so that when you do your marketing, people are clear on what you actually do. So let's go into this now. The 7 E's of marketing. Number 1 is to encourage. A thing that I personally love to do. So I would probably do more of these kinds of posts, which is perfectly fine. Like I said, it's your personal brand, what you personally like to do. So let's have a look at what that means. So this kind of post is meant to inspire, to motivate, to uplift, to give support, give people hope. Remember, you're speaking from your heart here. So think about, what's your heart saying? You're wanting to really lift people up. And I love that Facebook is a place for doing that you can actually lift people up. And think about your target market. What is it that they particularly need to read or hear? And generally, you tend to target people that are similar to yourself. So, for example, a mum, to a mum, you kind of know what they're needing to hear at that point. So let's have a look at some ways that you could do this. So posting a photo of yourself with a post that lifts others up, or share a testimony of hope is important as well. Maybe think about people and ask yourself, who do they need me to be? If I was in their shoes, what would I need right here? What am I needing right now? And then write the post as if you were writing it to yourself, but you're speaking to them. Okay, so it's not about, I did this, I did that. You're actually speaking to them. You're calling something out inside of them, lifting them up and thinking about, you're connecting with your heart. What do I want to lift up people today? Another thing that you can do is just a simple, using those coloured backgrounds to say a couple of sentences to inspire others. So if you think, I can't think about a whole post, that's okay, start somewhere. Use the coloured backgrounds just to say a couple of sentences. You can also make your own quote. I like to use an app called Word Swag. So just write that down. That's a great app to use to make your own quotes up. Or Canva. Now, if you're not on Canva, make sure you get on Canva. It's a really great site. You get a lot for free, and then you can pay for extras if you want. So the way to find that, just search Pinterest or Instagram for quotes. I like to just keep, if I find something, I just keep it on my phone. It inspires me for when I want to, say something to other people. So here's a few examples that we have, and these are all, just it's encouraging, lifting people up. Gabriella there did a beautiful post to mums, and so there will be days when you feel like giving up, but don't. So she's really speaking to them and encouraging them. James did a post about being in a battle and not giving up. So just people, if you're the person that brings life on Facebook, if you're the person that brings hope and encourages people, people are going to want to follow you because they want that. People's lives can be challenging in many ways. If you're there bringing beautiful, uplifting posts, they're going to follow you. Now, as you can see, it doesn't say anything about Manatech there. This is really about, building a profile and having a following, having people follow you. The second one there is engage. Now, this can be a really, really fun one. This is, one that you can do to really connect with people. So engaging is, just getting that interaction happening with your audience. So remember what I told you about the algorithms at the beginning? So this is a really, really important to, be working around those and get that interaction. So this kind of post is all about getting people to interact and engage on your post, but also to engage on their posts. So that's really, really important. So it's about connecting, interacting, getting a response, and creating interest. So let's have a look at some ways that you can do that. Ask a question. People love answering questions, but don't ask a difficult question where they've got to overthink. Remember, if they're using too many calories, they're not going to respond. If it's too hard a question, they've got to think of their life answer. It's too complicated. So just, what book are you reading? What's your favourite thing to do on weekends? Do you prefer snow or beach? Fill in the blanks. If you could travel to anywhere in the world, all expenses paid, it would be blah. And you can think about lots of fill in the blanks there. Word searches, the first 3 words are the things you want in life. What are they? Comment with a GIF. Now, this is another way to have a little bit of fun with it. Comment with a GIF what mood you're in. And, people love to kind of put their mood and comment there, or it might be something about their weekend. Caption this. So this is another funny thing. Post a funny photo and ask people to write a caption. And the other thing that you can do is ask for advice. People love giving their advice on topics. So if you have a look at these are a few different examples here. Stuart over there, do you prefer to go to the snow or the beach? And the great thing he did there is actually posted himself in 2 of those pictures. So what he's actually doing is showing his lifestyle as well. So it's he's showing that he's a outdoorsy, active kind of person, and how does that fit into Manatech? Because remember, people are following everything about your life. James put here just the other day, what's everyone drinking? Well, he got 35 comments of what people were drinking. How do you relax on a Sunday? What time do you get up in the morning? Well, there's 72 comments there on what time that people get up in the morning. People just love to answer these things. And another thing that we did in the Rise social media group is just to ask for people's help. And so we did a little poll in there. So you can think about doing polls in your groups and stuff, just asking what are people looking for. So think about that if you've got like a wellness group or, a fat loss group or a business group, asking them, asking them for their help and getting them interacting and involved. The next one is educate. So James, jump in anytime. Educate. So this is
so let's just go back on the engagement one. What we're giving you right now is actually your way of manipulating the Facebook algorithm. So that's the thing to understand, is that you're manipulating the Facebook algorithm. Because what happens? So most of the time, people are not seeing your posts that you're putting up. For instance, I'll put up a post. I'll share an article I've written on how to do a Facebook group, and I'll get 1 comment because it's a link back to my blog. However, I put up what time you wake up in the morning. I get 72 comments. But guess what happens when a person reads that? They then check out the rest of the stuff on your timeline. This is why you want to connect. Now, every one of those comments, I go back and I reply to. Some I'm still getting back to them because I'm still getting comments on those posts. Very, very important. The depth of what so go to the next one, Naomi. The depth of what we're going through here could be groundbreaking for your business. I've actually got one of my leaders here that I'm training up in my dojo. Josh, I'll introduce Josh. He's sitting here right over my shoulder. He says, hey, let's see what he says. Hey, he's going, hey. So he's watching this and learning this. So it's not just about everything that you do. So as we move into the education component, it's so important for you to understand everything works together. Don't just do one. You must do them all, or your business you will not get the interaction that you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. So now I have to say with educate, this isn't educating them on a product or something around that. You're educating generally around a benefit. So a benefit of any of your products, or, obviously the
product, you're educating around a benefit.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I muted. I didn't realize.
That's okay. So this post is all about educating and enlightening. So you're enlightening people about things. So you instruct them, you add value to your target market. It's so important to add value to your target market, because then you become a person of value. People follow you. You inform them. You train them on something. So, it could be anything, and it doesn't even, it's as long as you're bringing value to your audience in some way, it could even be, it might not even be about your product or service. It might be training them on something, different, but that relates to them and helps them. So it's really about solving a problem, and this is about bringing value. And I think that a live video is perfect for this kind of post. So this is where you want to be thinking about using live videos. So you can do this by do a post up with some tips around the topic applicable to your business. So, for example, 7 tips to balancing your hormones, 3 top ways you can keep your car clean. We've got somebody that has a car cleaning service as one of our clients. 5 reasons why deep breathing is good for your health. So if you're in the health and wellness, which we are, then it's around bringing, value around health and wellness. Share a recipe if applicable to your business. So give a demonstration. You do how to wash your car, how to make a smoothie, how to tie a sarong, or train them in a topic around your business. So social media, health, energy, hormones. So, just training around one of those topics. So if you have a look over here, 10 life-changing wellness tips that can lead to a happier, healthier you. And Christine here has done a kind of education post on a low GI diet and what that means. So, she's not particularly promoting her product, just giving value around the product that's going to, make her a person that people follow. This is a 7-day detox thing that we did. So giving value again on what foods to eat. And that follows, bringing value around that, helping people understand different things. In the Rise social media group, we did 2 trends that you need to know for your business. So, lots of trends around that. And then got Sandra over here, 3 reasons why social media, why using social media to bring a message is so powerful. So, she's tying that in to how, obviously people follow her, they're interested in the business side. She can show that she's a person of value. And let's go on. The next one is expose. So this is where you can start to expose people to the product or the business. Now, when I say this, it's not like slamming it in their face. What this is all about is creating curiosity around your products or service. This is where you create interest, and the goal is for your target market to ask you questions to find out more. So that's the big goal here. Now, there's a couple of different thoughts around this. I personally do not say the name of the product, and James, we do not train to show the name of the product. The reason for that is we're creating curiosity around it, okay? We're wanting people to actually reach out and ask. If you're there showing, like I've got my drink here now, but if I'm there showing, oh, this is Impact Plus, well, what, people are just going to Google it and find out all the information. They're not going to come to me to find out. So it's around creating curiosity. You definitely can be holding the product. That's actually a really nice look. But, just kind of hide the name and talk about the benefits. So posting behind the scenes photos of you using your product or doing your service, at a cafe, maybe you're meeting somebody, those sorts of things, referring to an upcoming launch or special without really fully advertising it. Show you're working on something to do with your business. Refer to the benefits of your product or service without directly mentioning the product. So remember, this isn't about ads. So we're not doing ads. So it's not like a call to action. So it's just to create curiosity. And then they tend to, if you don't put a call to action, it's interesting. I actually often, because of the algorithm. So before, I used to do a lot comment below. Facebook isn't liking that, and they're really coming down hard on it. So, you just kind of leave it there, leave people hanging, and they're like, well, tell me more, what is it about? I want to know more. So here's one, with the Manna Bears, the children's products, and there's a detox drink. This is meeting up with some of the team for the Cairns and Green Islands holiday, and then this one is a smoothie. And so I'm not saying any product names, I'm actually just giving a recipe there. So I'm sort of creating curiosity, but I'm also giving a little value, because I'm giving a recipe saying my vegan protein, vanilla protein powder. So, you know, there's creating interest. People, which one do you use? Let me know. Entertain. Now, again, Facebook, people come on. I love watching all the funny videos. So that's what a lot of people come on. They want a little bit of light relief. They want to laugh. Someone put up a video there, and I was laughing my head off yesterday. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. Facebook, you know, they come on to be entertained and find something interesting. So this kind of post is all about doing a fun or interesting post. So something funny or an interesting story, you know. If you've got kids, you've always got interesting stories, or a dog or something. It's always an interesting kind of thing. And remember, it doesn't have to be about your business. This is all about the algorithm and posting things that people interact with. So you can do this by posting a funny meme or a video, doing some kind of funny random poll. Like on the page I did, do you prefer the aisle seat or the window seat, and why? And like it literally went off, because people, you know, they want to answer those kind of things. Telling a funny story that happened, or posting a photo of your family or animal. Now, that doesn't have to be funny. That can just be entertaining. Means people are really interested. They are interested in your life. So it's something that they want to connect with. They want to know about you and your life. So let's have a few examples of that. Now, James put up a date joke there. Got a lot of interaction there. I have a page, a mum page. It's called Rose Mummy Entrepreneurs now. And I tend to do, because I know mums are kind of busy, and I do a lot of these posts. This works really well on this page, so I do a lot on this page, more than any other page. So remember what I was talking about, target markets? Like this one, when you asked your drama queen teenager to please empty the dishwasher, and it got 77 shares. So obviously people relate to that. It's not just me that happens. And then, you know, this one over here, sure, sometimes, sorry? But this one over here is, sure, sometimes I question my parenting, but to be honest, sometimes I question my child's childing. And again, 67 shares on that. So, you know, those kind of things, they do get a lot of interaction. It shows you're a fun person as well. And, you know, again, about the algorithm, then people, you know, interact with that too. Yeah, I think he is.
I see that. Seriously. Now, just like I've come out to the car because my students have all just started to arrive for their next class. So it's going to get very loud. It's actually gotten very loud in there. So I've moved out to the class. I've got one of my instructors looking after the start of the class, which is excellent. So, sorry, Naomi, you keep going. Sharon, you are so
just
cheeky.
Before we go on, I thought I'd just bring on Diana. So Diana did our last two challenges, and I thought I'd get her just to share how she found it. So Diana, you could unmute yourself and just share how you found the last challenges.
Here I am. Can you hear me? See me?
Yes. Yes.
I might have a bit of an echo because I've got it on my iPad. Can you hear the echo, or are you good?
No, all good.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, so I've, in the last few weeks, had a desire to up the ante on my Facebook activity, and been doing a little bit of mentoring with a friend, which had been really helpful. And then Sharon suggested I have a look at Naomi and James's challenges that were coming up. So I thought, oh, I'm listening to my upline. So I jumped in there and joined Rise Social Media and participated in the 7 E's of Marketing challenge, 7-day challenge, and then the Facebook Stories week. Boy, oh boy, was that a learning curve for me. But I was totally committed to making those posts every day and doing my best, and it was really helpful. I feel like I've gone to another level of engagement and knowing what I'm doing on Facebook. Obviously there's more to learn, but it's been really helpful. So thank you for that
You're
mentoring.
welcome. So with the stories challenge, I know some of you are sort of very new ground. How did you go by the end of it?
Oh, look, the first day, because Sue Price was also playing the game and we were corresponding, and I'm going far out. I don't know what I'm doing. But I just got proactive, looked online for some video trainings, and, you know, just one training and a read, and I was away. And, you know, Sue said to me one time, how did you know how to do that? And I said, lots of frustrating mistakes. So
what I love that you did there, Diana, is that you found a way. And that's an entrepreneurial spirit, is that you found a way. Most people go, oh, I can't do it because no one's showing me how. What you said is, I'm going to find a way. You are absolutely a champion. Well done, Diana.
thank you, James.
Thanks so much, Diana. I knew you had to go off, so I thought I'd just catch you before you go a bit later.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So the next E is empathize. And this is really a new one that I've really we're really getting into, I'd say, since we did a big course over in the US last year. So let's just go into that, and then I'll explain it a little bit more. So this post is all about building rapport and also at the same time showing that you are an authority in the area they have a problem with. So first thing is always show you understand. Make a connection with people, because if you don't understand them, if you can't empathize with them, they're not going to listen to anything else. So really showing I understand. Then position yourself as the guide to show them, they are the hero, a solution to their problem. And remember, your customer is the hero and you are the guide showing them the way. And, you know, that's really, really important. So let's have a look at some ways that you can do this. So number one, share your testimony. Use phrases like, I understand, I've been there too, this is what I did. So you're starting off with that empathize part where you understand. I've been there too. I understand what it's like to struggle to make ends meet. Understand what it's like to not know how to post on Facebook and get interaction. So this is what I did. Share someone else's testimony is a great thing, and then share briefly what makes you an authority in the area to help them. So awards, people you've helped, qualification. But remember, people aren't so interested in that if you don't empathise first, because they just sort of see you as this far off kind of person. I have a few here. You know, Stuart did it really nice and kind of speaking to their heart and asking them those questions. And then James, in this one, just showing, you know, where he was 3 years ago and kind of where he's come to. And so that was a really nice way to kind of connect with the audience. And then the last one is excite. So building that excitement around your business or product. So this kind of post is all about sharing something exciting happening in your business. So an offer coming up, a launch, a special. So you can do this by a live video. It's perfect for this day. Give some value first, always giving that day, and then share something exciting. So if you have a challenge or a launch coming up, you could share a post on that, do a giveaway, give something away for free. So that share something exciting in your Facebook stories. So as you can see, there's some posts about, you know, the upcoming convention there. This is about our Facebook Stories cheat sheet giveaway. So those sort of things. So I actually have something exciting to share with you today. Well, we both do. So we actually, James, if you want to just share this.
Okay, so here's what's going on, guys. For so many years, we have kept our training on social media, our training on conversion and online stuff. We've kept it really for our team. or for a close group of people that we've worked with. But we've always known that quote that I said, on rising tide, all ships rise, you know, and the whole vision of what we do is about helping everyone rise, no matter what your business, no matter what you do and who you are and what team you're part of. And so today, you are the first people to find out that we are opening up risesocialmedia.com to everyone. Okay, so as part of that, it's going to be a 3-step, we're going to teach you the 3-step marketing formula that'll teach you how to market and sell online. What you do is you go to risesocialmedia.com. All right, and over the next week and a half, you're going to receive some videos that will start the process in helping you, number one, to understand how to market, because marketing is everything. It is the foundation. When you understand how to tell your story, or the story, actually not your story, but the story of your customer, the story of your prospect in your marketing, then they go, oh, wow, this person gets me. But what you're trying to do most of the time, you're trying to tell your story rather than the story of your customer. It's a very, very different perception, a very, very different approach. When you can tell the story of your prospect in your marketing, everything will change. We're going to show you how to do that. So what you do is you go to risesocialmedia.com, you register for the first video, and we'll say after that, the next launch video we'll do is how to sell. So actually, once you have the learning how to market and you're getting the leads, you need to know how to convert those leads, and that will be on the second video. Then what we'll do on the third video is how to bring it all together and the next steps from there in growing and building your business. So go ahead, make sure you go to risesocialmedia.com today, and you'll see on the front page, register for the first video. You'll get watching the first video, and it all begins. So now's the time to do that. Naomi, I'll hand it all back over to you.
Thank you, James. So yeah, like James says, step one, just go and register. You'll be able to watch all that training. That doesn't cost anything. And there's some really great stuff that we've learned over time. Watch the training, implement what you learn, and explode your business. Get more leads, learn how to enroll them, and make more money, which is what we want to do. Make more impact as well, I think is really, really important. So let me have a look. We've got a few questions, so I've just got a little bit of time, I think. I wonder if you include eventually. Actually, Jennifer, that's a great thing. That's actually for us, I think, is keep going, keep that consistency, hang in there. And if you're consistent, it does happen. AJ said, this information is priceless stuff. Thank you. My question is, do you use Google Ads as well? And how do you incorporate Google Ad with Facebook? So what we tend to train on is mainly Facebook. And we will have within our Rise Social Media training, we'll have a simple Facebook ad program. So we're not going to go into the really detailed stuff. We just find that confuses people, and we really don't want you confused. We want to keep it simple. So we will show you some simple Facebook ads. So that's a training that's coming up very soon. So for Facebook, using the Facebook ads is the best place. So AJ said, do you find that people that write comments on your posts tend to be people within your business, and does that matter? Okay, this is actually a really good thing. It doesn't matter, but you still want to be connecting with people outside our business, because sometimes that's all the posts that you see. So you actually have to start changing that. So you go to, if you need to, go to, about 5 to 10 profiles and just comment on their stuff. So people who aren't in your team, go and comment on their stuff. And it's a law of reciprocity, because anyway, we know that. So if you're going and commenting on their stuff, they're going to comment on yours. Facebook's going to like that. They're going to see that, there's interaction there. So if it's only people in your business, well, that's a little bit of a problem. You want to be making sure that you're connecting with other people as well. Can you say something about being trolled and protection? Thanks. Okay. this is something that will happen to anybody doing something on social media. It's a really sad state. It makes me really sad. Where I go to is thinking, I really feel sorry for you. I really feel sorry for you that you have to go to that level, that you're so unhappy yourself that, like, literally the other day I got some, on one of my pages, I got some terrible messages. But I go to the places, I really feel sorry for you that you have to go to that place. So when I go to compassion for them, it doesn't affect me as much, okay? The next thing is I block them out of my life. I don't want people like you around. You're blocked, okay? So yes, feel sorry for them. Do not take that on. If you're taking that on, you've got to ask yourself, what's going on in me that I'm getting that projection. So you're asking yourself what's going on. But if I come from compassion for that person first, then block them, because you still need boundaries. You don't love crazy people. Then, you know, it makes it so much better for me. For those of us who've pre-registered, how does that work? Okay, so if you've pre-registered, still go, because this is a different 3-step marketing formula. So these are set videos now that we've got. Yes, you'll still get access to when we do launch it, but these are actually really good training videos. There's a lot of value in those. Must your profile be open to the public? Okay, if you're marketing online, you know, and you're wanting to use Facebook, yes, open it to the public. In saying that, you can hide, like if you're going to put a post of your kids, and like for me, anything from my kids, it tends to be only my friends or certain groups of my friends. So I only share a post to certain people, okay? But people are going to come and check you out. If you've met them offline, they're going to Google you, Facebook search you, they're going to see what your profile is and think, am I going to connect with that person? My page has Manutech in the name. Does that matter? I'm not sure who you are. Yes, I would not do that. So obviously always speak to your upline. You know, if you're working with your upline and they've got different ideas, please go back to them. This is not about overstepping anybody. It's just about giving tips that we've learned over time. I think that's it. Do we have any more questions, Sharon? I've missed.
No, I think they've all been transferred into the Q&A.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for coming on. Really appreciate your interaction, and you know, come and join the group. Have some fun learning there. That's all. That doesn't cost anything. If you get the 3-step marketing formula, that's all just information that's going to help you as well. So thanks so much, everybody. Have an awesome Saturday.
Thanks, Naomi and James. You can pass on our gratitude. What added value have you offered to the global community today? So thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, no call next week. So we'll see you back here in a fortnight. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks, Naomi. See ya.
Thank you.